Hey everybody, what's up? This is Faroh here. Today I'm going to be casting one of my ranked games, and the purpose of me making this video was because I've seen a lot of requests for new player gameplay guides, tips for new players, things of that nature, and I thought maybe I could just cover a lot of stuff for people who are new to MOBAs at all, or for people who have some experience but maybe aren't so well versed at Heroes of the Storm, because it is mechanically different than a lot of MMOs out there like Dota or League of Legends. So, having said that, we're going to jump right into it here. That's actually not my team. My team's over here. So, first things first, probably going to do a little anecdote here. Our Malfurion, he actually randomed this guy right here. So what I'm doing here is I'm giving him advice on what talents to take. This is probably bound to happen to you at some point in ranked. If you get a guy who's AFK during the hero select, during the draft mode, and they random a hero, just do your best to try to give them some advice on what talents to take if you're familiar. If not, there's a website I'll link. It has a great breakdown for new players of what talents are considered best. I don't take that as you know it's not law, but it is a good place to start. They give you a lot of good suggestions on what talents to you can start with those and then branch off as you see fit. But anyway, the skill curve for heroes in this game is a lot lower than in other games as well. Well, for Malfurion in particular, it's not rocket science. This guy, he'll get a handle on it just as long as he knows what abilities to take. So, see here, what we're going to be doing is going through this objective. For those of you who don't know, this is a watchtower. We'll go here. When we stand in this little circle, our little red bar will fill up this whole thing, and then we'll capture it. Now, if you look down here on the mini-map, this circle right here, that yellow circle, when we capture it, it'll turn red, and it'll give us vision of everything in that area. And whoa, we jumped ahead a little bit here. We jumped ahead a lot. Let's go back. So vision control is what... You see how when we go into an area, that dark fog will dissipate, and then we can see it? See, like here, these are our towers. We have vision of everything in this in this area right here. We don't have vision of anything out here. It's all dark and foggy. So that's what people mean by vision and vision control. So what we're doing here is battling for a early vision control. We'll get into that a little more. But for right now, for instance, you can see these areas because that's their team's perspective. We can't actually see, I don't think, any of these people yet. Especially this Tychus, because he's through a... anytime someone steps through the brush, you will lose sight of them. So we go in here. Now, I'm going to explain positioning briefly. I'll get into it probably a lot in this video, because that's what a lot of... team fighting is based on, is positioning. Don't worry, this whole video isn't going to go this slow. I'm just trying to get the basics down before I can kind of speed through everything. So, this Tychus is down here alone. See, his teammates are up here, and he has separated himself. So, right now, he's a prime target because they can't even hit me here, right? By the way, I'm Illidan, if I didn't explain that. I'm this guy. So they can't even touch me from where they're at. So this is a good time for me to go in on him because I'm not losing any health because they're not even in range to attack. Also, this guy has completely left his team high and dry, and he didn't even come up to the objective with them. Our Malfurion is just kind of running late, but that's okay. So right now it is a 4v4. It'll be 4v5 once. So he gets pushed down. Now, as you see, I chased him through the bush right there, and then that's when Lily and Arthas showed up, and so I get out of here. And actually, what I did here is I should have just probably continued running this way. What I did was I queued onto Vala here to try to make a quick getaway and maybe do some damage to her, but she's full health and I'm very low. So maybe not the best move, but I was just trying to get away from Tychus' chain gun as quickly as possible. And so we're running. Now you can see what's starting to happen here. This is called chasing, right? I'll go into kills here a little bit in a second. But you can see these two are overextending, trying to get kills on us, and now they're way behind. Our team is they're way behind our enemy line over here. This puts them in a bad position. Arthas more so than Vala. Vala, you know, she can run this way, but Arthas, well, if he goes around this way, he'd be all right. But anyway, I'm gonna dash through the gate here, make a narrow escape. Now, those two have left their team down here kind of high and dry. They pick up a kill on Lily, and now Tychus is either going to have to bail out or he's going to die too. However, you can see Lich King, for whatever reason, I always call him that, it's Arthas. For whatever reason, he goes down back into the fight, which at this point was bad situational awareness by him, because he's already got Lily dead, Tychus is low, and there's three of us basically at full health. Me and Mirrodin hit up the fountain there, and so we're going to be coming back in with health regen. He's severely outnumbered. You know, Vala's bailing out. It's probably the right thing to do. So he makes the mistake of trying to pick up a kill on our Raynor. They chase off the Tychus. They probably should have given up on him a little earlier, but no matter. Now, on the subject of, I just talked about chasing and why, you know, you don't want to chase. Why? Well, let's look at this. We got 2 kills, but look at the XP we got from it. Maybe that much. Like, you see the difference? This is our bar, and this is theirs. So look, we're really not ahead by very much at all, are we? And that's 2 kills to none. So it's not a big deal. It's not really worth trying to get into level 1 skirmishes like we did. Really, the main reason we did that was because we wanted the vision control of the, you know, this thing. And while I'm on the subject, why vision control is important. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we take this. See how that this area just lit up for us? So if you look on the mini-map down here, this is mid lane, this is top lane. Now, if, let's say, Tychus tries to come up here, we're going to see him because he's going to pass through that circle, right? Or, you know, what's probably going to happen, you know, you can see me, I'm Illidan on the map. I'm probably going to go around and flank this Vala right here, just like that, and try to get a kill on her. But she's not going to be able to see me coming because she doesn't have any vision of any of that. We have it all. So it's good for protecting your teammates from death. However, death isn't all that severe. But it is good just because you want to be... Right now she's low health. When these objectives spawn, the first 2 shrines are going to spawn here and here. They spawn in the same order every time. If you're low health and your fountain's on cooldown, you can't really stay and contest the objective. And you die, that means they get objective control. Objectives are the primary thing you want to be worried about in this game. Merc camps are second. Kills would be, you know, kills are just a means to an end, really. Kills are just getting your enemy, sending them back to their base so they can't contest the objective. That's really what you need to be thinking about in terms of kills, because they give very little experience, and they don't give you any gold. You don't really get stronger, noticeably stronger from doing from getting kills on somebody. So it's gonna kind of this game kind of changes up how you should view getting kills. They're usually not worth the sacrifices or the chasing people will do. That puts them out of position. Anyway, so Mirrodin, for some reason, had Mirrodin come around the backside with me, we probably would have gotten a kill on her there, but he went around the long way for some reason. Not a big deal. Now, I have lifesteal as Illidan, so you're going to see my health is going to be increasing pretty rapidly here. With every hit, you see 7, 7, 7, 7. So, you know, I'm pretty good at, you know, Illidan has great, this is what we call sustain. Now, you see me mount up there. The minute I see those shrines come up, I head down here, because this is going to be the most hotly contested one, right? They had 3 people in mid. You can see Raynor just set it there. So they had 3 people in mid, so they're going to have 3 people coming up to this shrine, is what he's saying. So Vala, she's used the fountain. She's up here. We're just going to try to position and take control of this objective. I see Lily there. Lily, okay, so I saw Tychus ride by, and Lily was too far behind, so I knocked her off her mount and figured I could get some damage on her. She's a support, right? She can't really do much damage. She can do a little bit, but I'm just trying to get some damage on her before her team gets there. So if her team does get there, And as you can see, I pop evasion, which is Illidan's E ability. It allows him to evade basic attacks for 2 seconds. I've spec'd into it, so I have a little shield there. You can see that. Oops, sorry. You can see we've gotten Lily already about almost 50% of her health off of her. Malfurion drops a pretty good route. She's trying to run up. Here's his route right here. She's trying to run up this way, so she's going to run right into it, trying to get out that way. She should have just gone back, but Tychus is already getting hopped on by Muradin here, and we have Raynor coming around the back side. So we have better positioning in this fight than they do. So Lily backed off. She didn't go through the route, but she also didn't go anywhere. So she's low. Raynor's probably going to be able to finish her off here. I finish her off. And then Vala tried to come in right here. She knew that was a bad idea. Why? Because, well, I hopped on somebody else, but had she come in that way, I would have hopped on her. Muradin, we all would have just collapsed on her. And then, meanwhile, her team's all down here chasing after us. She would be dead, probably. So instead, I'm a little low. I think I expected this Tychus to keep running. Right now, Vala's still out of the fight. Arthas is out of position. I see Tychus isn't going to keep running. So at that point, I decide to hop on him. And then we finish off Arthas. And now, I don't know what happens here, but I get blown up. And that's a good route by Malfurion. You see him drop it there. So they can't chase us through here. So everyone makes a clean getaway. Raynor is now over here at the objective, where he should be. And we should be in good shape. Malfurion's a little bit low. Muradin does a smart thing here. He goes up and grabs the shrine that's not contested. He's low HP anyway, so he figures, hey, I'll just go up here and grab this. So it's a good kill by Jane as she comes in to support, backs up our team. I'm riding in. You can see, if you're not familiar with this map, I'll just go ahead and explain really quick. You can see you control this circle. It'll light up your team's color. This is ammunition, obviously, up here. And as the longer you hold this, there's a statue here that spawns, and then there's two right here. You can see them that have spawned, and then eventually these two will spawn. So you have to fight them off as you control the objective. Muradin's up here doing it in front of himself. So I come back in here and trying to see if we can get some control. I go in on Tychus here because he's down here alone. I see Vala is out of mana, so I think I can pick up a kill on him. So I dive in on him there because Arthas is not doing much. So yeah, Tychus goes down. They have to back out. He's overextended. So what I did there was basically I saw Arthas was trying to defend this. I don't know why his team was back here and Tychus was down here. So what I did was I jumped on Tychus to force him out of the fight, which then in turn, these two, after he died, these two get nervous and they run away. And, Arthas was doing the right thing, but he didn't really have much equipment. So we're able to take back control of this objective. And meanwhile, Muradin ran to the fountain and got healed because he's having to hold all these guys off. He's doing a good job of it because he's holding it. It's almost capped. This one's... There we go. That one's capped. Now, you'll see we've destroyed... I meant to show you when these structures die, these towers that look like this, when they die, you get experience points. So we got several. We got 4 of them. Maybe a few kills as well. So now you can see the experience disparity is really starting to increase. We've gotten their towers down, which means we're going to have an easier time with lane control. Meanwhile, ours are all still up. We lost one, actually. But now we have an leading experience. We're going to have an easier time controlling the lanes. So yeah, objectives way better than kills, as you can see. I mean, we're up 7 kills, but most of that experience actually was coming from the objectives. So we back off right here. There's nothing really for us to do. I hit the fountain up and start healing. So I ride into Arthas and I say, no thanks. run out of position here. Now, what's about to happen, you know, you can see me, I backed off. But the minute I see Mirrodin's here, Malfurion's here, and Malfurion drops a great root right there. This is what's called zoning, right? They're zoned out. These two can't come in, because if they come in, they get stuck. They don't want to get stuck. That's bad. Especially, again, Vala's out of mana still. I don't know how she's constantly out of mana, but she is a lot. But now I see this guy, he has to run right into this, or he's going to go down this way. Either way, he's separated from his teammates. So this is what we're talking about when we talk about position and zoning, okay? And you just have to be able to kind of recognize that, you know, they're out of range, and he's in trouble, basically. So you'll see we capitalize. And he gets dropped down. And so now we got a clean pick. I actually, oh yeah. So I go in on Vala. As I mentioned, she's low. She has no mana, so all she can really do is basic attack. And as I mentioned earlier, I have evasion, which gives me a shield, and I'm dodging all her attacks anyway. See all this missed. So that's the reason I go in such low health. It's a risky play, but I knew we had the ability to take her down. She wouldn't be able to stand up to 4 or 5 of us. You know, we're all up here. So the next shrine is going to be bottom. I already know that, and I start hitting bottom immediately. I try to get a little regen globe there, and we need to head down here because this is where the next shrine is going to spawn always. So you can see I got pretty healthy there. I think I don't know how I got there. This actually was a bad fight. We managed to pick off Nazebo with a dot, which is a DOT, damage over time. People call them dots more commonly. Let me run it back just so I can show you what they look like. Might have been too far. Okay. So here we are back in the oh, I know what happens. I get the talent. I get first aid. That's what it is, and I heal 35% of my health. That's what happens, and so I'm healthy again. So honestly, we shouldn't have been trying to fight this. He looked like he was a little too far out, but we hop in and see this bar. If you're not familiar, just oh, my stuff's not working here. 1 second. Oh no. There we go. So you see that little yellow bar? That means he's dotted, and he has no health left. So that dot is going to do this much damage to him. So he's dead unless he gets a heal. You can see the same thing present on me and Jaina's bars. But you see we have health underneath. That little yellow bar shows how much health it's going to take. For him, it's taken all that. So he's done. So at that point, I pop my evasion and I dip out. And he's just gonna die. Boom. No point to chase after him. So, you know, we're not too bad on health here. I don't know why, but we have too many people up in the top lane. They should have backed headed bot. I think Mirrodin said in the chat next step will be bot. But we try to get a kill on Arthas, doesn't work. Chase a little bit too much there. Malfurion really goes too deep. And as you see, they got like 805 experience for him because right now, you see these little we have flames around our portraits. That means we're on kill streaks. So we're going to be, because, you know, we've all gotten, it's 11-2. So they're going to get a lot more experience for killing us because I think, you know, I'm like 11-0 right now, basically. Because I've been part of all of our team's kills, or most of them, maybe 10. So I'm going to kill streak, and they're going to get a lot of experience for shutting that down. So yeah, since our team kind of shut up kind of late, Malfurion's dead. Malfurion's our healer. We really needed him to keep us topped off and keep us healthy for this fight. You can see the difference, right? They have Lily here, so they're all full health. See that? Now you know, I'm barely, we're all getting low already. So we don't have Malfurion who, you know, keeps us topped off. So this fight is already kind of in their favor. We're just trying to see if we can zone them off of a little bit. Okay, so this was a mistake on my part. I went in, popped evasion, thought maybe I could get it. Oh, well, I actually got out here. I did a good thing. Okay, so you see I dashed out, and now, since I saw Tychus here, I Q on to him, and I'm going to run away. Mirrodin is not so lucky. But Malfurion drops a great root there. If you guys saw that, right there, his root. He zoned them all out. They can't run through there now. They can't chase. That lets me and Mirrodin here get away. Sad thing is, it's a little bit too late because he was dead. So, you know, we're not going to be able to probably do much else. I go in. This is really stupid. I'm way too low. I mean, it was high risk, high reward, but you know, I'm a little too low to be really fighting anymore. Try to do a little work on this Tychus. It's not doing really well for me. Balance is done. So we're really doing bad here. We should just back out and let them have it, because us dying is it's not doing us any favors. You can see just from the couple deaths. I think I died. Malfurion died twice. They're already catching up. The XP. They're already closing that gap. So you can see here, Ragnor's going back, that's good. You can see how much damage these objectives do to the forts. And you'll also see when this fort dies, it's going to fire this quick little burst. Boom, boom, boom. 800 experience. So, and they're already, if you look up levels 9 and 9, they're already caught up. Top of the screen there, level 9, level 9. So it's even again. They're back in the game already, even though I'm gonna make a big point of this. It's 12-4, but look, 9, 9, about maybe this much behind, and that's nothing. So this is a game. The reason I'm pointing this out is because a lot of people give up really early in this game and think it's more like League of Legends, where if it was 12-4, 6 minutes into a League of Legends game. Yeah, you might as well just surrender at 20 because you're really, really far behind, and there's a really small chance you'll come back. This game doesn't snowball like that. Kills only give experience, so it's not, you know, a few good plays could really make the difference, and it's never really over. Oh, and so here's what I do. Illidan is really good at soloing these jungle camps. I saw that our temple was lost, or the temple was lost, so there's no point in going down there. So I decided to take the mercenaries. Illidan's really good at it. He has passive lifesteal, evasion to help him take less damage. So I went and did that for our team, and go down here and kill theirs and protect ours. So that's what we're doing. I don't know what's going on up here. They shouldn't be messing with the boss right now. I don't really know what they're doing. But this doesn't do much for us. I guess they're trying to get a kill on Lily, but I go in here, pop evasion, just to harass. Now, right here, this was kind of a misplay. Arthas comes in, and really, he just does the work with Cindergrosa. Mirrodin kind of followed my example, which I didn't intend for him to. Illidan can kind of tower dive with his E a little bit, and Mirrodin tries to do the same thing, but now, you know, he's zoned himself. Because, you know, I can't go in, Raynor can't go in, and we've got Arthas coming in with Cindergrosa right here, and, you know, we probably needed him back there. I go down, he's going down while he ults and saves himself, but probably should have stayed. He went a little too ham there. Probably should have stayed back with the team a little bit more, but that's okay. Still, you can see it's, you know, now it's also not a big deal. You know, they've got 7-13 now, but they're slightly ahead, not much. So once I got that wall, I guess I can put that wall there. So right now we're gonna just have to respond to them. They're pushing this tower with 5 of them. So we come down here, start trying to clear those minions. This was a bad engage by me. I jumped in a little bit too early. Mirrodin wasn't ready. Our team wasn't there. That was a bad play by me. But, like I said, with Illidan, he can do some things that, you know, so what happens here is we are now above level 10, meaning we have our heroic ability, or I'm probably going to call it an ultimate, which I know it's not, but this circle right here is Jaina's Ring of Frost. She dropped that, And me, to save my life, I was very low health. And when I ult, I become invulnerable for about a second because I disappear and go under the ground. And then I appear up beneath all these people, and I'll deal damage, and I get a health boost for each one of their teammates that I hit with it, right? So what you're watching here is Jaina's ult and my ult. See, mine's the little ruins, hers is this one. We're comboing our ults together right now. And so what happens is this. Boom! Huge combo. These guys are frozen. You know, you can see all the AoE damage just everywhere. I come up with more health than I went down with, and this guy's going to go down, and I'm probably going to take out Arthas, yeah. Lily goes down as well, and we're going to be able to take out Nazeebo, no problem. So that's a good example of how to combine your ults. That's what they call, you know, a combo. Well, I mean, that's not really... made that sound like a really technical term there. It's not, but that's what you should be thinking about when you think about when to use your abilities, how to use them. And see now, you know, like I said, kills allow us to get objectives. That's what that, you know, we aced them there, so we're gonna be able to get these objectives pretty easily for at least a little bit. They're already back up, so you know, but we at least can, you know, we've gotten a good amount of damage done to their structures. They're all rushing the top one. It's probably a smart move by them. I can stop telling them I have to get out. Yeah. So they do a good job of zoning us off here. You know, you can see them, they're destroying our fountains and stuff. He grabs the fountain before it dies. We got the bottom one. So the good news is we've already gotten the bottom one. It's done. So they're going to head up. Mirrodin and Malfurion are going to head up and help us maybe try to take control of this one. I'm not sure that it will be in the bottom. It won't be. They get that one. That's okay. We still got, even though they held it, we still had it about half the time. So while they're going to get maybe that structure, we got a good amount of theirs too. So it's really not that big of a deal. Like, we got this whole bottom fort and almost this one too. So we still came out on top there. And as you can see, the swing is back in our favor again. Lily drops her ult. I come back in. So I see Lily there. She dropped her ult, so we kind of... Now we know she doesn't have it, and she's low health. Which you can see, I kind of bounced around from target to target there, but now that I see Lily's ult's falling off and she's low, I'm going to go right on her and pressure her off. Because she has nothing. Nope, no, I'm not. Okay, sorry. Let me just run this back. We can go over the whole how this whole thing went down. So I think what I did was I tried to stay more in position. Let me see. Whoa, here we go. Okay, so here we are. We're losing this. Let's see what goes down. So I'm healing up here. I have first aid available. I don't know why I haven't used it yet. Probably just go ahead and do that. I'm trying to lifesteal. I have the fountain. So, okay, so Arthas overextends. I hop on Lily. See she has her ult, and I decide to get off of her and go on to Arthas since he was overextended. Now, you can see I'm getting pretty deep here. Now, I think my train of thought is to back off because I'm going to start getting focused. And I don't want to be focused by... Vala could still do a lot of damage to me. Nazeebo, Arthas. I don't want to be over here, right? I mean, I could be, but it's going to put me in a bad position. So I kind of back off and wait for our team to catch up. Jaina's not even here yet. So I'm trying to kind of wait. As soon as I see Nazeebo that low, and I know Lily's ult isn't up, I go in on Nazeebo. Now, next target. I know she doesn't have an ultimate, so now these two are completely taken out of the fight. Vala's trying to protect her support, but now Vala's out of mana. This dude's just, he's done for. And oh, what happened? Yeah, you can see, so we just chased him off. I ulted there. Let's run it back. I don't know why that happened. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so here's where this all goes down. da-da-da-da, go on, Lich King, get a little too deep, back out, go on Zero when he gets low, and go on Lily, Arthur's down. So these two are trying to run, that's why I cut them off with my ultimate, stay on Vala, you know, don't look at Vala's zoned out, like, Jaina really shouldn't chase here because she's as good as dead. I mean, she can't do anything. She's going to have to go back to the fountain. So there's really no point in chasing. But, I'm sorry. There we go. So we're able to get two structures out of that. And, yeah. This was a really, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is a terrible play by me. My team's was all riding away. They're all respawned. I wasn't paying attention. This is greed, and this isn't gonna do anything for us, right? Like, again, I have a kill streak, so killing him is not gonna do much. I shouldn't have been here. This is a bad call. This was an even worse call. He hops in way past, like, I was starting to retreat, and he hops in and tries to make some big stuff happen, and oops. Yep, you can see there, we all get dunked on. Malfurion's the only one who dies. Okay, so here, this is what I was looking at here. Vala puts herself out of position from her team. She's really low, and I hop on her. It's a pretty easy kill for me. She's out by herself in front. Tychus is low too. I hop on Tychus. Boom. Snag 2 kills, and then I'm gonna peace out. Okay, so this was a mistake. I saw this. I thought he was dead, so you can see I bail out. Sadly, Lily's ult's back up, and he starts getting healed. So he actually lives. I thought Raynor had him. This was a bad move, because now he's look how much health he has now. I go back in. Really bad call on my part. But I go down 1350. I think that was my first death of the game, maybe. No, it was my second. But dang, like 13. Look at they just came back so much. Gave them a lot of experience that we didn't need to give them. But anyway, Mirrodin, I think, while all that was going on, Mirrodin got the golems, which isn't really what a warrior should be doing. You should leave that to higher damage characters like Illidan or Vala or you know, whoever, Raynor even. But it's okay. He did some good things. It's probably actually more worthwhile than coming up top. So it wasn't a bad move. Honestly, that's what I should have done. I should have just backed out and gone and grabbed the Merc camp. That's probably a way better use of my time. So again, we see the bottom shrine spawning, maybe. The bottom shrine spawning. Oh man, it's early. Mirrodin, he kind of goes in a little bit. What he does here, he goes in a little too early, which I try to follow up with an ult. You can see me coming in here. This is my ult circle. But right now, we're kind of in a bad spot because our team's still not even here. But he's ulted, I've ulted. So Tychus, for whatever reason, I see him off down here. But look where the rest of his team is. He's so far down here. I mean, Lily's right here, but he has no one. Basically, I can get free damage. This is free damage. I have no one around who can hit me down here. So I'm golden. So I'm just gonna go. So he ults. He realizes I'm in trouble. I got an Illidan sitting on me. I'm in big trouble. Meanwhile, Arthas is going down because Lily's trying to take care of these guys. So you know, he ulted. I probably should have immediately swapped, but I see Lily's low, so that's when I swap to her. Bam. Lily's gonna go down. Who's next? I go back to Tychus. He's about half, but then I see she's low, so I swap to Vala. And then Tychus' all falls off. Tychus goes down. This dude's going down as well. Meanwhile, you know, we've still got the objective, and we're taking structures like crazy. So, honestly, we should have probably just let him go. There's no real point to us chasing him this far. But Mirrodin tags the stun, pulls it off there. And so we're immediately going to go. This is what we should have probably done. We should have probably just let the Zebra run off, and then this is what we should have gone and done. immediately. So. So if you're not familiar with this boss, he spawns a little sandstorm, and then you'll see a ring appear where he does like a channeled smash attack. You just need to move out of the ring. My arrows are really bad. Okay, whoop. Fast forward a little bit there on accident. I don't know why that keeps doing it, but so we got the boss. He's gonna push down here. You can see his little path on the mini map. See it? It shows where he's gonna go. He's going straight to the core, baby. I come down here, there was a merc camp pushing, I was clearing that. We get the mercs up top, they get the mercs up top. So I clear their merc camp was pushing bottom, I cleared that out. They're gonna snag that eventually, there we go. So, by the way, if you're not, I'll just explain this, if you're not familiar, the way these circles work, you know, that little bar, the way it moves is if I have like one red player in here and no blue players, it's going to move that way. If I have 2 blue players and 1 red player, it's going to move for the blue side. So it goes by how many players you have from one team in the circle. If there's 2 and 2, it's going to stay the same. Just in case anybody is never understood that. Just trying to cover this for anybody who's not familiar. So I've tried to cover vision. Right now the blue team has all this vision. You can see it in the minimap. That circle is theirs. Tried to cover positioning and explain, you know, where you want to be. Is Illidan? I have the kind of, he's very mobile and he can kind of move around. So okay, so here we go again. Now we see these two. This guy is out. He's out of position again. We have 3 people. There's 1. So my job as an assassin, Mirrodin's job is going to be go sit on this dude. Hold on, we're getting a little cluttered here. Mirrodin's job is to sit on this guy. That's what Mirrodin's going to do. Malfurion should arguably be a little bit further back here with Raynor. Their job is to stand in the back and just do damage. Malfurion can heal from way back here. He doesn't even need to be attacking. His main job is just to heal and, you know, he can throw down some roots if necessary. My job, now as a ranged assassin, you need to stay back in the back. My job as a melee assassin, a very highly mobile one, is to jump on their carries. Because right now, Vala's only doing damage to me. She's not involved in any of this. And this is the 3v1 situation. So that's what I want in my team. She's running away. Like, she knows, okay, I have an Illidan sitting on me. I'm in trouble. Meanwhile, Malfurion, very good again. This is a bottleneck right here. He can't go here. He has to go right through here, which is right where Malfurion places his root. So this guy's, he's stuck. Meanwhile, I'm still pretty healthy. she's running away. Now I see Lily comes in and ults, so I'm going to try to get out of here. I think I go down here. Let me see what I'm thinking right now. Okay, yeah. So I went down here simply because if I go, you know, he's getting healed like crazy now. I didn't want to get in the middle of that. So I come down here to try to avoid this main, you know, I would have been right in the middle of the crossfire here. You see what I'm saying? So I could have gone that way, but I choose to go down this way. Maybe my jump was on cooldown. I'm not really sure. But, and in any case, I avoided alt. So right when I see them group up, the 3 of them, you can see my alt circle there. I choose to alt. And I do, you know, pretty good damage, and also now I'm going to come up with a bunch more health. So now, Tychus, you know, he's kind of been zoning himself this whole time. These 2 are doing their job. They're back in the back where they should be, and they'll be able to zone Tychus off if he moves up. So you can see, what am I doing? Sitting on this guy, because that's who I want to take out of the fight. Lily had her ult up, and I think she was healing Arthas, so this was a prime time to jump on Vala. Now, she's running for the hills because she has Mirrodin sitting on her, and Arthas is just going to have to try to catch up. Meanwhile, he's got Mirrodin and Raynor. So you see, I let her go. I say, screw it. Okay, she's going to run away. She's still not doing damage. I'm not going to waste my time with her. There's no point for me to be over here. She's doing nothing right now. She just used her jump to get away. She's doing nothing. There's no point for me to chase her, so we're going to focus on Lily. Once Lily's down, that means no more heals for any of these guys. And Tychus, he's way out. Like, this guy's so far out of position, it doesn't even matter. He's been just bad positioning, right? He came up in here, but he can never get. He should have just ran straight up through here. Maybe he could have helped, get me off of Vala, but he's trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do, honestly. So we sit on Lily here, and then we swap to Arthas when he's low. Now you can see Vala can come back. What's she gonna do? Die? No point. Tychus, he never even got involved in that, man. He never had the positioning. His whole team was dead before he was even there. So, that's that. Now we got these 2 objectives. It's starting to look really bad for them. We have a Merc camp pushing. They never dealt with. Nazebo kind of is trying. Now our towers are just doing the work. They've got very few forts left. So it's a good job by us. It was a good team fight. All because, if you remember, we caught Arthas and Vala out of position. They were out there by themselves, and their team didn't have time to set up. Presenting yourself as a unified front and a unified force is really important in this game. Like I said, kills aren't important, but team fights are important. Taking the objectives, which you can see we had no trouble taking both of those.
And so
look at all their bases is decimated now.
Temporal.
They've got 3 forts, which are
They got
the 3 forts. All are low. They were getting camps. So that was a good thing to do because they knew there was no hope for them to get anything else. So they take a camp. So we were going down here to take our camp when we saw Arthas. We start going in on Arthas, and then Lee shows up. So what I do, seeing that, we're already ahead in this fight. Arthas is already low health. We have Mirrodin coming in. Malfurion. It's 4-on-3 right now. So I decide to dive in. I nail all 3 of them with it. And now Malfurion misses his root, but that's okay. I'm zoning off Vala. Lily goes this way, so I go up here with her. She ults. So when I see that she ults, well, it doesn't even matter, actually. There we go, that's what I was looking for. So I swap down. Lily's already ulted, and Arthas is dead, so they have no front line now. And Nazebo, who I know this champion has no real escapes. He doesn't really have any mobility. He has that little voodoo circle where the people come up and, it looks like a bunch of mummies surround you. That's really all Nazebo has. So he's not going to stand a chance getting away from an Illidan, which is me. Vala is kind of going on our Jaina back here, but I didn't really see that at the time, so I go down here. They pick her off, no problem. She's dead. And meanwhile, I'm taking out Zebo pretty easily. Right here, I could have taken... Well, this is kind of where they screwed up. I thought they were going to come down here and help me, since I'd already engaged, and Illidan can chase pretty well. He locks people down, so I thought my team would maybe swing down and cut this guy off. See that path there? I thought they would, do that, but they don't. They chase Lily, which is not a good call. Also, but I should have, also backed off. They kind of hang around there a little too long. They didn't realize I was down here, but that's also my fault because I should have just backed out. But Mirrodin at 2,000 XP, you see what I'm saying? I gave away so much experience there. But Mirrodin does come in, tries to end it up. It's not the biggest deal in the world. It was 3 for 1, still a great trade. But I didn't need to die there. That's kind of my own fault. Meanwhile, their mercenary camp we kind of left unchecked, and they're pushing down our towers. So these guys are. You can see how their flames on their names got even bigger because they've gotten bigger kill streaks. Mine's gone because I just died. I think that was my 3rd death, maybe. Oh man, this is my 3rd or my 4th. I die a little bit too much on Illidan. So they're going up. This is the right thing to do. Getting the towers. I'm still the respawn time is becoming very long, around 17 minutes. He can't hold that. He's gonna have to back off. We get the middle one. So at this point, we've kind of got more bases to spare than they do. We're starting to really take down their whole thing. So I go down here to clear those mercenaries, because look how much they took out a whole tower at gate, you know, almost a second tower. So I went down there to stop them from pushing each other. Our team does a good job. I don't know how they did this. This is just a good play, which I kind of missed. But they go up here and they took the tower from them. I have no idea how they pushed them off of it, but they did. So it's a really good job by our team. I see what they did. They left Raynor here just to hold that one. The rest of them swapped up. Really good stuff. And that's what, you know, that's real quick. That's what you call having map awareness. I'm not gonna run it back because this video is getting ridiculously long. But if you see all 5 of their team is up here, and we already have this, and we have 3 people here. Send them up here. You know, have them come up and help. You know, all you need is really one guy to sit there and hold that thing down, and so that's exactly what they did, which allowed us to get 2 of these things, which are already hitting their core. Their base is gone. That's how important these temples are in this mode, and it's different from the game mode, guys. But you know, objectives are always the most important thing. They're always the most important aspect of the game, whatever game mode you're playing. It doesn't really matter. That and merc camps. You're going to be focus on. Right now, all the merc camps are up, so we honestly should just. Well, we got a kick out here, so. I saw Arthas die. I think they've just kind of given up at this point. Their core is 28%, so me ult in there. And that's game. I would have said if we had the time, probably now would have been the time to go grab all these merc camps and then push, but we didn't need to. We were 3 levels up, and you know, the core's almost dead anyway. So that was that. Be the game. So I realized this video was very long. In the future, my videos will not be anywhere near this length unless I'm casting a game, which in that case it'll be the length of my game. I wanted to make this video just to see how people like the format. Hopefully it was informative to new players or players who aren't familiar with Heroes of the Storm. Maybe they're familiar with other MOBAs, but you can see, like, not very much time is spent laning. There's really no point. I mean, there is a point. I don't want to say that. You can get XP from leaving somebody in lane, but more often than not, it's way more important to leave the lane and go take the objective than it is to just sit there soaking experience. Maybe that's different in pro games. I'm talking just for your practical, everyday ranked play. This was a random ranked game. I wasn't pre-made with any of these guys. And we just worked as a team. That's really the more important thing. And if you're sitting in lane soaking experience and their whole team is on the objective, you're going to lose the objective. And then once you lose towers, you lose experience, you know. So don't take this for the be-all, end-all of Heroes of the Storm strategy. This is just to get you started and ranked. So yeah, what did we cover? Objectives, map objectives, or whatever they may be. Maybe I'll do more videos on different maps and explain those as well. Merc camps are huge. They help push the lanes when you're not in them, or if you push with them, they're extremely effective. They can be taken out fairly easily by themselves. We went over map control and vision. That's something that's kind of universal with MOBAs. Positioning. I think, you know, I hope I touched on everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, let me know what you want to see more of. I will probably be doing some more entertaining and lively videos. This was meant to be mainly informative, hopefully as a resource for new players who come into the game, maybe not knowing, you know, what's going on in a more subtle sense. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Look forward to making more videos for Heroes of the Storm. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.